You stand before the Star Council. Their chamber is a dome of cold starlight. Beings of crystal and gas and ancient flesh look down. Their collective gaze is heavy. It presses on you like a physical weight. The accusation hangs in the silent air. It is a poison whispered across the galaxy. They say your kind are liars. They say humanity claims a power it does not possess. The High Executor, a being of woven light named Zuylar, speaks. Its voice is the chime of falling glass. You have made a boast, human. A boast that mocks the laws of creation. You watch them from the accused's platform. You offer no charts. You provide no testimony. Your silence is your only answer. The council members shift. Their thoughts ripple through the chamber. Disdain, annoyance, pity. You feel it all. They think you are a child playing with fire. A gruff voice rumbles from a stony giant. The humans speak of shaping worlds. They are a young race. They know nothing of the great work. You meet its glowing eyes. You do not flinch. Your species has been judged before it has been understood. You knew this day would come. The council believes creation is their domain. It is a power reserved for the universe itself, or perhaps for the god machines they left behind. Anyone else claiming such a feat is a heretic. A dangerous fool. You are here to prove them wrong. This is not a trial for your life. It is a trial for your species' soul. You will not defend yourself with words. Your words are meaningless here. They have already made up their minds about humanity. They see you as loud, ambitious, unpredictable. Your promise will not be spoken. It will be built, forged in fire and stone. You raise your head. You look at Zuylar, the High Executor. I will offer a demonstration. The words are quiet, yet they echo in the vast chamber. The council stirs. A murmur spreads through the assembled beings. A demonstration of what? They wonder. You claim we lie. You continue. Your voice gains strength. You say we cannot do what we claim. So I will show you. You feel a shift in the chamber's energy. Their pure logic is being challenged by raw will. It makes them uncomfortable. They prefer things they can measure and predict. You are not on their charts. Give me a canvas, you say, and I will paint you a world. The audacity of your statement hangs in the air. A few of them laugh, a dry, grating sound, a joke told at a funeral. They think you are mad. It's always a good sign when the stuffy ones laugh. Zuylar's light pulses slowly. It is considering your offer. A dismissal would prove nothing. But allowing it? That could expose you as a fraud for all to see. It is a tempting proposition for them. We have a place for such boasts, Zuylar finally chimes. A place where failures are forgotten. They have agreed. Your trial by fire is about to begin. They grant your request. Their judgment is swift. You are taken from the council chamber. A transport ship, cold and sterile, awaits you. There are no guards. They do not think you are a flight risk. Where would you run? They own this galaxy. Or so they believe. The ship moves through warped space. It travels for a time that feels both instant and eternal. Then it stops. The view screen shows nothing. Just a deep, starless black. A single dying sun casts a faint red glow. It is a weak and sputtering ember. This is the canvas they have given you. This is the Cathar system. It is a cosmic graveyard. 3 dead stars orbit each other in a slow, sad dance. There are no planets, no moons, just scattered dust and a few rogue asteroids. It is the definition of emptiness, a place where creation came to die, or maybe where it never began. A message arrives from the council ship. It is hiding a safe distance away. Here is your void, human. Xylar's voice echoes in your cockpit. Fill it. Show us this grand power of yours. The challenge is clear. They have given you less than nothing. They have given you a tomb. You look out at the dying red light. The silence is absolute. It is a place of profound loneliness. Perfect. You can work here without interruption. You close your eyes. You take a breath. The work is not about machines. It is not about technology. It is about something far older, something buried inside you. Your work begins. You do not deploy drones. You do not activate massive factory ships. You sit in the pilot's chair of your small vessel. The council observers watch you. They scan your ship for any sign of hidden technology. They find nothing. Just you. One human in a metal box. You close your eyes. You reach for something deep within your mind. It is a place of quiet focus, a connection to the universe itself. And then you begin to hum. It is not a sound your lips make. It is a vibration that starts in your bones. It fills the cockpit. It radiates outward from your ship. It is a song of specific frequency, a resonant harmony that speaks to the dust of the void. The particles of iron and silicon and carbon, they have drifted here for billions of years, lost and alone. Your song is a call, a promise of purpose, a gathering cry. Slowly, at first, something changes. A single grain of dust, light years from anything else, stops its random tumble. It turns. It begins to move. It is not being pulled by gravity. It is being guided by your will. Another grain follows, then 1,000, then 1,000,000. The council observers are confused. Their instruments pick up the vibration, but they classify it as a strange engine anomaly. They cannot comprehend its true nature. They watch as a thin wisp of dust begins to coalesce in the dark. A shimmering cloud where only emptiness existed before. The song is gathering its tools. The cloud of cosmic dust grows. It is now a swirling nebula of raw material. Your hum deepens. The frequency shifts. This new note is for the larger pieces, the lonely asteroids tumbling through the system's black. They are the bones of failed planets, the forgotten debris of a long-dead past. Your will extends like an invisible hand. You are not lifting them. You are altering the space around them. You are weaving the first threads of gravity. Where there was no pull, now there is. You create a gentle, persistent vortex, a point in space that sings a song of togetherness. An asteroid the size of a small moon shudders. It slowly changes its ancient trajectory. It turns to answer your call. Another follows. You are a conductor of a silent orchestra. The players are rocks and ice and metal. The music is the fundamental force of the universe. The council observers are no longer merely confused. They are alarmed. Report, Xylar's voice commands on their bridge. What is the human doing? What energy source are they using? Their star science has no explanation. An officer responds, Executor, the human ship is inert. But the asteroids are moving on their own. They are converging. It is not chaos. It is a dance. You are the choreographer. Asteroids become your hammer and your anvil. You bring them together with controlled force, not smashing them to bits, but guiding them into a swirling, growing mass. The foundation of your world is being laid. A sphere of rock and dust is taking shape in the void. The mass of rock and dust now exceeds a critical threshold. It is a protoplanet, a cold, dark ball of collected matter. But a world needs a heart, a source of heat and life. It needs a fire at its center. This is the next verse of your song, the most dangerous one yet. You focus all your will on the core of the new sphere. The hum rises in pitch. It becomes a piercing, resonant tone. The pressure at the center of the rock ball intensifies. Your mind is the forge. Your focus is the crushing force. You are squeezing matter itself, pushing it beyond its known limits. Atoms scream. The laws of physics, as the Council knows them, begin to fray at the edges. You are forcing a fusion reaction in a space far too small, with far too little mass. According to their books, this is impossible. You always did hate reading the instructions. Then, a flash. Deep within the sphere of rock, a star is born. Not a massive sun like the system's dying giant, but a contained, stable, impossibly dense core. A heart of pure energy. It ignites. It pushes outward with furious power. But your will holds it. Your song is the cage that contains this newborn sun. The surface of the protoplanet begins to glow. First a dull red, then a brighter orange. Becomes a sphere of molten rock. The observers watching from their hidden ship are stunned into silence. Their sensors are screaming. Warnings flash on every screen. Impossible energy readings, one officer yells. The core ignition defies every model we have. You have forged a planet's heart. You hold a sun in the palm of your hand, or rather, in the center of your creation. You can feel its power, its heat, its desire to expand. You soothe it with your hum. You calm its stellar tantrum. You have given your new world a soul of fire. The world is a ball of molten fury. Its new heart burns brightly within. Now, it needs a body, a structure, a mantle to shield its fiery soul. You change your song again. The frequency becomes slower, deeper, a rhythm of patience and endless sculpting. You are a master weaver. Your threads are not silk. They are rivers of molten rock and iron. You command the flow of the magma ocean. You begin to separate the elements. Heavier metals sink toward the core. Lighter silicates rise toward the surface. It is a slow and deliberate process. You are creating layers, each one with a purpose, each one tuned to a specific density and composition. This is not the random churn of a natural planet's birth. This is conscious design. You are sculpting the world from the inside out. You are its architect and its builder. On the Council ship, the science officers are frantic. The elemental stratification is happening too fast. One shouts, "It should take 1 billion years, not minutes." Their faces show a dawning horror. They are not witnessing a trick. They are not observing a clever use of unknown technology. They are watching a miracle or a nightmare. Their star science is shattered. Their most fundamental laws are being broken one by one. The universe, as they understood it, has a loophole, and you are standing right in the middle of it. One observer, a being of crystalline logic, simply turns off its monitor. It cannot process the data. It is like trying to teach a calculator about love. You feel their fear. It is a faint, discordant note across the blackness of space. It almost makes you smile. They wanted a demonstration. They are getting one. You continue your work, layer by layer, weaving a planetary mantle, a shield of rock against the cold void, a home for the fire within. The planet's surface is a sea of fire, a global ocean of magma, but it is beginning to cool. A thin, dark crust is forming in patches, like skin on cooling soup. Your song is now a whisper, a gentle lullaby, a promise of stillness and stability after the fire. You are patient. The world will be patient with you. Your will focuses on specific points in the molten sea. You push upward from below, gently, persistently. The new thin crust buckles. It folds. It rises. A chain of mountains, still glowing red, emerges from the liquid rock. They are the first solid features on your new world. The planet's spine is taking shape. elsewhere. You press down. You smooth vast areas. You create the foundations for great plains and lowlands. The crust thickens. It cools from cherry red to a dark, solid black. You are sculpting continents, raising them from the magma seas. This is geology accelerated. 1 billion years of work done in an afternoon. The Council's observers watch in absolute disbelief. One of them, a feline creature known for its sharp mind, speaks to its captain. That landmass, it says, its voice trembling. The shape of it. It does not conform to any known tectonic model. It looks designed. It looks like it was made with a purpose. You can feel the surface hardening. You can feel the new mountains settling. The planet is still hot. Too hot for life. Too hot for what comes next. But it has bones now. It has a structure. You have raised the land from the fire. And now the land is thirsty. It waits. The new world hangs in the void. A dark sphere of cooling rock. Veins of residual heat still glow in the cracks of its surface. It is a beautiful, desolate thing. But it is incomplete. It is a body without blood. It needs water. The great gift of life. You turn your attention away from the planet. You look outward, toward the dark, cold edge of this dead system. Billions of miles away, in the deep black, lies a belt of ancient ice. Frozen comets. Leftover remnants from a time before this system's suns began to die. They are a forgotten reservoir. Your song changes yet again. It is no longer a hum of creation. It is a call, a shepherd's whistle across an impossible distance. You are not pulling the comets. You are showing them the way. You are painting a path through the void, a gravitational runway that leads directly to your new world. One comet, a mountain of ice and dust, begins to move. It gently shifts its orbit. It accelerates. Its long frozen sleep is over. Another follows, then a dozen, then 100. A silent, graceful armada of ice begins its long journey inward, toward the thirsty planet you have made. The observers on the council ship track the incoming objects. Executor Xylar, the captain reports, his voice strained. The human is pulling in comets from the outer rim. The trajectory is impossibly precise. Xylar's light form flickers. Is it a collision course? The captain hesitates. It's more like a delivery. The first comet enters the upper reaches of the thin, primordial atmosphere. It burns, a brilliant streak of light across the black sky. It rains down not as a destructive impact, but as a shower of superheated steam. The first rain falls on the hot, barren rock. It hisses. It steams. It begins to cool the crust. More comets follow. For days, the sky is filled with these messengers of water. The first oceans are born. Your planet is no longer black and red. It is shrouded in steam, a world of rock and water. But it cannot breathe. The thin atmosphere is a mix of volcanic gas and vapor. It is not a sky. It is a suffocating blanket. Your next task is to give the world its first breath. You stand on the bridge of your small ship. You watch the swirling clouds of your new creation. The oceans are vast now. They cover much of the planet, but they are sterile. The air is poison. This next act requires a different kind of power, not just will, but sacrifice. You extend your hands. You are not humming now. You are channeling pure energy, not from your ship's core, but from yourself. A faint blue light envelops your body. You are a conduit. You are taking the raw, chaotic energy of the void and transforming it. This is the most delicate part of the song. You are crafting an atmosphere. You weave nitrogen and oxygen from patterns of pure force. You are building a breathable sky, molecule by molecule. It is an immense strain. You can feel your own life force draining away, paying the price for this creation. A bead of sweat rolls down your temple. Or maybe it's just the air conditioning acting up again. The blue energy flows from you. It wraps around the planet. It pushes away the heavy, toxic gases. It forms a protective shell, a new sky. As the process completes, sunlight from the distant, dying stars hits the new atmosphere. It scatters. And for the first time, the sky turns blue. From their ship, the observers see the transformation. The planet, once a dark, angry ball, is now a serene jewel. A blue and white marble hanging in the blackness. Nitrogen, 78%, a science officer reads from their display, their voice a whisper. Oxygen, 21%. It is perfect. They look at each other. This goes beyond breaking the laws of physics. This is rewriting them. The planet is sealed. It has land. It has water. It has air. It is a perfect, beautiful, empty house. You have built the stage. Now it is time for the players to arrive. The world is ready. It is a pristine work of art. Continents of rich soil, oceans deep and full of minerals, a sky of brilliant blue. But it is silent. It is a body without a soul. Your final act is the most profound, the most sacred, the one they claimed no being could perform. You reach deep inside yourself once more, past the will that moves asteroids, past the energy that forges atmospheres. You reach for the core of what it means to be human, a spark, a tiny, complex code of biological information, a seed of life. It is not something you create. It is something you give, a part of you. You release it. A single microscopic mote of light leaves your ship. It drifts down toward the planet below. It is not a grand explosion of power. It is a quiet, humble offering. It carries the blueprint for life, the potential for growth, the capacity for change, the promise of evolution. The seed touches the surface of the warm, shallow ocean. For a moment, nothing happens. The world remains silent. The observers on the council ship hold their breath. They do not know what they just saw. Their sensors registered nothing, just a flicker of unclassified energy. Then, in the water, a single cell divides. And then, it divides again. A chain reaction begins. A silent, invisible bloom of life spreads through the ocean. It is simple, microscopic, but it is alive. It will grow. It will evolve. It will one day crawl onto the land you have raised. It will breathe the air you have woven. You have given the world a spark of your own. You have seeded life on barren ground. Your demonstration is complete. You have not just painted a world. You have given it a future that will grow and change long after you are gone. The planet is no longer just your creation. It is alive. Your small ship travels back to the council chamber. The journey is made in silence. You do not contact them. They do not contact you. When you arrive, the great dome of starlight feels different. The air is not filled with disdain. It is thick with something else, something heavy and unnerving. You stand on the accused's platform once more. The same beings of crystal and gas and ancient flesh are there. But they are not looking down on you now. They are staring at you. Their expressions are unreadable, but their collective thoughts are no longer a ripple of annoyance. They are a tidal wave of shock. High Executor Xylar floats in the center. Its light is dim, unsteady. It does not speak. No one speaks. The chamber, which once echoed with accusations, is now utterly silent. Your verdict is being rendered, not in words, but in the stunned, fearful silence of gods who have seen a ghost. You let the silence stretch. Let them dwell on what they have witnessed. They have watched their entire understanding of the universe be dismantled. They have seen one human, one member of a young, boisterous race, create a world from nothing, and then give it life. They thought it was a boast, a lie. Finally, you break the silence. The demonstration is complete, you say. Your voice is calm. It carries no triumph, no arrogance. Just a simple statement of fact. Xylar's light flickers. It seems to struggle to form a response. The charge was heresy. The evidence is a new star in their sky, a new living world in a dead system. The stony giant who had mocked you earlier is now completely still. Its glowing eyes are fixed on you. The look is no longer one of condescension. It is a look of pure, unadulterated fear. They are not judging you anymore. They are reevaluating everything they thought they knew. And they are terrified of the answer. You knew this would be their reaction. Power they cannot understand is power they fear. And you have shown them a power beyond their wildest imaginings. Their silence is your acquittal. It is your victory. It is your species' new place in the galaxy. The silence is finally broken. It is not Xylar who speaks. It is a different council member, a being of pure thought, formless and ancient. Its voice enters your mind directly. How? The question is not an accusation. It is a desperate plea for understanding. You look at them, these old, powerful beings. They are like children now, frightened and confused. It is time to explain, not to defend yourself, but to give them a warning and a hope. It is not technology, you begin. It is not a secret weapon. It is something you have forgotten. You see the universe as a machine, you say, your voice filling the chamber. A set of rules, a collection of physical laws. You study it, you measure it, but you do not participate in it. You let that sink in. Their entire philosophy is based on observation, not interaction. Humanity is different. We are not just observers. We are part of the system. Our consciousness is not separate from the fabric of space and time. It is woven into it. You pause. The song that gathers dust. The will that forges a core. It is the focused intent of a conscious mind, shaping the reality it is a part of. This is the great secret of your species, a truth buried in your very code. You do not command the universe. You ask it. You harmonize with it. Your potential is not in the machines you build. It is in the minds that build them. It's the ultimate form of positive thinking. And it seems to work wonders on real estate. Every human has this potential, you say. It lies dormant in most. A flicker of intuition, a moment of creative genius. But it can be trained. It can be focused. We do not create from nothing. We simply remind the nothingness of what it used to be and what it can become again. You have told them the truth. The question is whether they can accept it. The council chamber remains silent, but the feeling has changed again. The fear is still there, but it is now mixed with a profound, soul-shaking awe. They are looking at you, one human, and they are multiplying that image by the hundreds of billions of humans out among the stars. They no longer see you as a young race, brash and loud and insignificant. They see a species of potential gods, or perhaps devils, walking among them. Every human they meet is now a question mark, a dormant volcano. Could this traitor ignite a sun? Could this pilot fold a continent? The verdict from your trial will never be officially recorded. The accusation will be erased from the archives. But the memory will remain. It will spread through the galaxy, not as a news bulletin, but as a hushed whisper, a legend. the story of the human who forged a planet. You have not just saved yourself from judgment, you have remade your species' place in the universe. They will be cautious around humanity now. They will tread carefully. The days of dismissing your kind as newcomers are over. You are no longer the children at the grown-ups' table. You have given them a great gift and a great terror. The knowledge that the universe is not a dead machine. It is a living, breathing thing. And consciousness is the key that can unlock its infinite power. A galaxy once ruled by cold logic is now faced with a terrifying new possibility. The possibility of faith, of will, of creation. Your work is done here. For now.